Hello, it's me. Well, this is the first video that I've made since I say we, it's me and you and us. You know, we is me and others, and you're the others for a start. We have launched our YouTube channel. We recovered together, which is exactly what we do. Yeah, so, you know, got to be careful with my old ego though. I've got to be honest, in my head I'm thinking, well, you never know. Today YouTube, tomorrow the Jay Leno show. Oh dear, shot to fucking bits. Yeah, so, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm into the second month. You know, first month was the same as it is today, because it was only yesterday. A roller coaster, mate, you know, and not even a fun roller coaster, if I'm honest, most of the time. I've got to be honest about that, no point lying. It was a bit of, you know, sort of grin and bear it, so to speak. Don't get me wrong, there were moments when I was on my scooter and the sun was out, and, you know, I was driving along, and you don't have to wear a helmet here, you know, whatever. And I was driving along on my bike, had the music on, a bit of old school house, you know. Nice, you know, Balearic beats in keeping with my surroundings, and on the way to the meeting, and I thought, you know what, things ain't that bad. I've got a bit of grub, you know, got a job, got my health, got everything else, you know, got what I need. I've got more than I need, you know what I mean? I haven't got what I want. There's the problem. I haven't got what I want. No, probably just as well, to be honest, because if I got what I want right now, I probably wouldn't know what to do with it, to be honest. I'd probably end up back on the shit heap of life where I was a month ago, you know. So I guess I'm being protected as well. That's a nice feeling, by the way, to know you're being protected, even though it's a bit like, it's funny, isn't it? I know they say about like our Heavenly Father and all that, and I'm not a religious person. I don't believe. I think that religion separates. Not that I'm going to start quoting what I think about it, because it's really not important at a month clean, is it? Because what I think now, in 5 minutes time, I'll change my mind. So, you know, I'll probably change my mind in this video, by the way. So, you know, keep watching. Yeah, I mean, it's like a father, isn't it? Being protected. You know, you don't give a kid just what they want, do you? They want chocolate, don't they, morning and night. You know, they want to do what they want and play with their toys until 2 in the morning, even though they've got to go to school next day. You don't treat kids like that. They have to have discipline, don't they? They have to be shown the right way. And I think that's what's happening to me. You know, I'm a child, there's no doubt about that, in a man's body. Obviously, by my actions. I mean, I'm thinking the other day to myself, you know, thank God I didn't say this out loud, I sounded like a radio. I said, well, I'm doing all this, stopping taking, drinking drugs, you know. And why isn't God doing this, and this, though? Can you not see what I'm doing? Oh dear, you know. First of all, I'm sure God's got other things to do, more important. You know what I mean? Not that I'm unimportant, but you know, this kid's starving to death in there. You know, he's got me. You know, I'm being kept clean and sober, aren't I? By my own efforts, don't get me wrong, but also from a magical power that nobody can identify. And they're just calling it whatever they feel like, whatever suits them. That's all right. I don't know what to call it either. I don't know, but it's something magical in it, because you know what have I done? I've gone to meetings. I've wrote stuff out. I've prayed to something I don't know where it is, what it is, you know, what it looks like even, and somehow I'm having a drink. Well, physically I've turned up at a meeting, but that's just attendance, isn't it? Well, how has that fucking helped me stay sober? The therapeutic value of one alcoholic talking to is without doubt the truth of what's happened, but how does it work? Well, you know, in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, there's a chapter called How It Works. I'm not trying to be a smart ass here, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about how does the steps work, the 12 steps which are contained in the book, which, in my opinion, humble opinion, well, not in my opinion, who wants to hear my fucking opinion? How about my experience? In my experience, that's what I'm doing and they're working. So no one wants to hear my opinion. I'm sure you don't. Certainly not at a month, you know. Oh no, I'm in the second month now. You know, I'm already jumping forward to the end, to calling it the second month. And one day over a month. Now I'm already calling it the second month, because it sounds better than 1 month, doesn't it? There's the ego, always trying to take me into the future. You know, soon I'll be saying, well, I'll be 11 months clean in 7 months. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, my experience is that there's something going on. I don't know what to call it. I've no idea. I've got what I need. I'm being protected, almost like by a father would. I'm not getting what I want. That's not happening. Yeah, by the way, the whole getting what I want thing is not working it out at all. You know, yeah, it's not working out at all. The getting what I want thing, which is it's a bit frustrating at times because obviously I still believe that if I get what I want, everything will be all right. The problem is I'm still not right in the head. Am I? So, you know, all I'd be then is someone who's still not right in the head with stuff that I want, which I believe is going to make it all right. When that stuff runs out or looks like it's lacking again, I want something else and want something else, and in the end, the problem being with all that is, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wanting stuff, right? For me, there's nothing. I don't see there's anything wrong with wanting stuff. I don't. The problem is what lengths I'm prepared to go to get it. That's the problem, and I'm oblivious to every fucker around me. Absolutely oblivious. You know, selfishness, self-centeredness. That is the fucking problem. Well, it resides in me. So I don't know what your problem is. You work it out for your fucking self. Go to a meeting, get a sponsor, and ask him, and he'll tell you. If he knows that he's asked from his elbow, he'll be able to tell you what's wrong with you, and you can either agree or disagree. It's up to you. I know what's wrong with me though. I'm obsessed with myself. No doubt about it. When someone said make a YouTube channel, nearly went out and bought a new suit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Shots of bits. Yeah, so, you know, it's like, what to say really, if you're a newcomer, like me. What did I do? Well, I went to a meeting straight away, and I've been to meetings every day since. The only time I've not been to a meeting is when I couldn't get out of it at work, when I literally couldn't get out of it, and the boss said, no, you can't go, we need you here, and blah, blah, blah. You know, I've got a job to do. But if I couldn't go during the day, I'd go at night, and if there wasn't a meeting on at night, then I'd pray and I'd speak to my sister for an hour and a half, driving her insane. So that in the end she needed a meeting. Yeah, so that's the first thing I did, went to loads of meetings. Secondly, I rang up a guy, you know who you are, don't have to say names. You know, he told me, we touched base. I mean, he's known me for a while anyway, so we touched base. So I did steps 1, 2 and 3 on the beach in Bali on my own. I admitted that I drink when I don't want to, and when I start I can't stop. That was step 1, and then my life's become manageable externally and internally. I then became willing to believe that a higher power greater than me can restore me to sanity where drinking's concerned. That's all it says, by the way, doesn't it? And that's all it means, as far as I can see. In that first instance, anyway. Clearly, we're not talking about it's going to return your story to sanity around other issues, is it? Just when you've only just stopped drinking the day before. Clearly, that's not going to happen, is it? That's a lifetime's work, I would imagine. It was before when I got sober. So I mean, you know, I'd only scratched the surface. Not even scratched the surface. I'd be exaggerating to say scratch the surface. You know, I was, you know, do you know what I mean? So that's what it's talking about. Restored to sanity where drinking drugs is concerned, i.e. when the thought comes in, I can see it for what it's worth and take some action, i.e. say a prayer, ring someone. You know, that's what sanity is. When the obsession comes in, I could do a drink today or drug. Sanity is, don't be silly, you know where you're going to end up if you do it. That's what I mean by sanity returning. So, and then I did step 3. I made a decision there and then on that beach in Bali. Just for that day, you know, I've had to keep making that decision, obviously, because I get up in the morning and I get a choice. Whether I go to the meeting or make an effort or not. See, everyone gets a choice, you know. And that's what I did. I made a decision to turn my will, my life over to the care of God as I understood him. And let me tell you, as I understood him, I mean, listen to me now. Can you imagine what it was like a month ago? Fucking hell, I didn't even know I didn't know if I was going or going. I really didn't, and I still don't, by the way. I've just stayed clean for a month, but I've not thought about drinking drugs though, I'm going to tell you that. Don't think I've been battling it, because I haven't. I swear to God I've not had an obsession to drink and take drugs. I've had a fleeting thought when someone was going out the other night and I was thinking, yeah, they're getting on the bumbles, getting on the bumblebees, the E's, the ecstasy, just in case you're from foreign shores and you don't understand what I'm talking about. Or even if you're from England and you still don't understand. Yeah, he was getting on the E's and that, and a bit of bugle, bit of trumpet, bit of bit of hurry up, and you know, a bit of schnizzle. I've got about 300 names for coke, by the way, so I could go on and on and on forever. Bit of a glorious recall there going on. Yeah, I'd love to do it, but I can't. Don't get me wrong, it's insane, isn't it? Hopefully I'll get to a point where I wouldn't love to do it, even though I know I can't. But at the moment, you know, if I thought I could get away with it, I probably would. At certain times, not all the time. But unfortunately for me, once I start, I can't stop. That's the fucking problem. You know, I'm not normal. So, what can you do? Anyway, and that's what I did. So I said, just set free prayer. You know, God, I offer myself to you to build me and do me as it is outlined in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Simple as that. And then I went to a meeting, and then I rang the sponsor and I said, right, I'm on step 4. Can I start it now? And he said, yeah, no worries. And I started it. I found about, well, I think there's about 78 resentments. Did 6 columns, found my part in it all, where my attitudes were wrong. I had to wait a week for him to get back to me because he was busy. You know, can't just drop everything for me, fair enough. Shared step 5. I did step 6 and 7, but I hadn't really done it properly, to be honest. I skimmed over it. I wasn't really ready to have my defects character removed, and I'll tell you how I know I wasn't. I didn't expect him to go straight away, but I know I wasn't really, because I was not even trying to change some of the little things. They're only little niggles, but I wasn't even trying. And since then I've tried, so now I am ready. At this moment in time now, I am ready to do 6 and step 7, which I'm going to do this evening, in all earnestness, and try my hardest not to do some of the stuff which is selfish and inconsiderate and not nice at all. I'm not a terrible person, I'm not doing terrible things, they're not fucking major fucking monstrosities, but they're little things that I know I can change slowly, and I'm not even bothering. So there you go, that's that. And then we shall, well, let's just not worry about what I'm going to do after that, because I haven't done that yet. So let's just do that first. 6 and 7 is going to be done tonight, on Friday evening, in well, wherever I am. Yeah, so that's that. You know, if you're trying to stop taking drinking drugs, I don't know another way. I don't. I'm sorry. I know some people. You know, someone said on Facebook the other night. Well, you know, I've seen other people find their way through Jesus, through this and that and the other. Okay, well, that's great. My experience is, I've tried everything else, and nothing worked. Nothing, and I mean nothing, 0 worked. It'd be short-lived, and I'd only head for a still worse relapse if I'd even stopped in the first place. You know, you have to have stopped to have a relapse, by the way, for a significant period of time. Otherwise, you just carried on. You just had a break. It's not a relapse, is it? You have to relapse from what? You know, it's like Jeff says. You know, people say, "Oh, you know," he said, "Oh, you know, I'm back now. After I went out, I went back out." And Jeff says, oh, "I'm sorry. What was it that you were in?" Much to say, you was never in the fucking fellowship in the first place, mate. You know, just you know, making cameo appearances. You know what I mean? And I'm guilty of that to a certain degree at certain times. You know, no different. Anyway, I don't want this to go on and on and on because you know it's one of them things. YouTube doesn't allow me to do over 15-minute videos, otherwise it's a fucking ball ache. So we're going to call it a minute. We're going to call it a day, and just let you know that I'm on my way to a meeting in a minute. All is well, and got more than I need. Not thinking about drinking drugs, and that's because got off my arse, got a sponsor, go to meetings, started to steps, try to do a bit of meditation, and try to not be a CUNT. Yeah, if you're happy and you know it, shake your meds.